This is the original article published by This Day newspaper in Nigeria on the 13th of June 2021. In the said interview, the late Nigerian prophet TB Joshua spoke about his successor to selected journalists. This Day newspaper published this online 8 days after the death of the cleric. Prophet TB Joshua was asked about who would take over from him someday as a leader of the church. His answer was simple. You don't watch Emmanuel TV. This is a year now or 6 months since I preached last, and the church still continues. There are 5 prophets and prophetesses. They are working. They have taken over from me already. First an American, a British, a French, and a Nigerian. When asked about why he is not towing the line by making his family heirs to the church, Prophet TB Joshua said, "This is where God comes in. It is not a business venture. If it is God, then it is God, and then it is true. The issue of family should not come into the issue of the church. That is it. It is undeserved grace." But shockingly, just 5 days ago, the same article had been doctored. Now, follow this closely. The question of the succession comes just before the question of why was there so much controversy about the crusade in the original article. And then after the question of succession and the family were answered, the newspaper goes straight to the issue of the University of Science, which the man of God had in mind to build. However, in the new edited article online, shockingly, the article ends on the controversy of the crusade, when originally the article ended on the coronavirus prophecy Prophet TB Joshua gave on the 28th of December 2019. Quite shocking. The part which speaks about the succession of the prophet has been edited completely, raising questions about the honesty of the newspaper. Just what could be the rationale behind editing the original interview by the newspaper? Meanwhile, fresh information from the Scoan indicates that the allegations of fraud and money laundering brought against the prophets and disciples were indeed false, and the case will soon be dismissed by the Economic Fraud and Crimes Commission, the EFCC. A source at the Scoan who spoke to MTV said the so-called CCTV evidence in possession of the leadership is no solid evidence. When the prophet died, church workers had not been paid, and therefore there was need to pay the workers. So the dollars which were taken from the church vault was changed into naira at the same forex bureau the church, including the prophet himself, usually changed foreign currencies from. So that money was changed to pay salaries of workers. The amount changed became bags full, which was what was captured on the CCTV cameras. But the bottom line is the money was taken out of the synagogue and brought back into the synagogue. If they wanted to steal, do you think they would have brought it back? Do you think they did not know that there were CCTV cameras because they have been working there for decades? If they wanted to steal, would they have gone to the same place to change the dollars into naira? The source questioned. These allegations of fraud and money laundering was brought against the prophets and the disciples, for which reason they were arraigned before the EFCC to answer questions. The source, however, said that the allegations were baseless, but then they only wanted the new administration led by Mrs. Evelyn Joshua to take over the entire structure of the ministry by sending away the prophets and disciples, some of whom had served in the synagogue for 3 decades and had called the place home.